Yeah, welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast live. And as you can see, I got my main man with me. One of my main mans, the Transformer. What's good, Transformer? Number one dad.
Hey man, I believe you had it right the first time, man. The main man is here, bro.
That's
I'm
what's up.
kidding. Man, I'm doing good, brother. How about yourself?
Maintaining, man. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Always.
We definitely got to do some sports talk. We weren't even planning to do a show tonight, but then, we saw what might have been the best game in the best basketball game so far in the Olympics, and so we said we got to get on him.
We got to.
That. Yeah, definitely.
We
So
got
we
to
got
talk
a
about
couple
how the Captain America came in, did his thing. You know what I mean? KD did his thing. Steph Curry did his thing. Come on now.
All right.
Come on now.
You know what? All the boys did
it,
it.
bro.
Nah, they did, and we're definitely going to talk about them. We're definitely going to give them their due, and we're going to break all that down. But before we get to it, you know what time it is. If you're here on YouTube and you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead, click that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us that like, that 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And finally, make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, set an alarm, do whatever you got to do to remember. Saturday nights at 7 p.m. we are live here on the Format Podcast, and we'll give you the opportunity to call in, talk to us, get at me. I love it. I can't wait. All right. So I'm definitely gonna get into this, and but what's going on, Edward? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in with us. So before we get to that though, we got a couple other things to talk about. We're definitely going to talk about Draymond Green and what I believe are his utterly ridiculous comments about USA basketball, and we'll get to that. But before we do, just wanted to touch in on a couple of what we call quick hits, right? Some things that we didn't have enough to do a full topic on, but some key items that we wanted to hit in the world of sports. So first one I wanted to talk about, last time you were on with me, Transformer, we talked about I guess 2 episodes back, we talked about the AFC North, and we broke down the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule, and man, how what's going on, it's not that serious. Good to see you, bro. We broke down the Pittsburgh Steelers and how their schedule looks crazy, especially on the back end. Pause. And we so we kind of broke that down. And one of the things we talked about when it comes to regards to the Pittsburgh Steelers was first that you have, I'm not going to call it a quarterback controversy yet, but it looks like you have a legitimate discussion between we got a legitimate discussion going on between Justin Fields, not discussion, competition. Thank you.
There you go. I got you.
Justin Fields, and appreciate you, between Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. So we know Russell Wilson's been kind of nicked up. I think he had his calf injury so far going on in camp here. And Justin Fields been taking the bulk of the first team reps. And, we know that.
Good.
Yeah, the coaching staff kind of likes what they're seeing. So I thought that was interesting. But what's even more interesting to me is that there seem to be some real rumors about the possibility of Brandon Ayuk getting traded from the San Francisco 49ers to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I got to tell you, that could be dangerous.
A game changer. You finally give either one, Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, you give them a legit weapon,
they've got a legit weapon.
They got George Pickens over there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you add George Pickens, you get to take the safety off of him. So now you can't cover both. You can't double both. So, when Justin Fields is rolling out to the left or right, or Russell Wilson's breaking the pocket and the play breaks down, those guys can get open. So that's going to be major for him. I'm hearing this. It's almost like a foregone conclusion that he's actually going to go there. So, I mean, that's going to be nothing but great for them. Bad for San Francisco because they waited so long to make this trade, because I don't think they're going to get a first round pick out of it. You're not going to get enough from this draft because this draft is already over. So, now you're looking at previous drafts and you're waiting on another, 2 to 3 years when y'all are in win now mode. So I'm curious to see what the compensation is going to be for Brandon Ayuk. Honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if San Francisco does give him up and doesn't, if it's Pittsburgh, they're not going to get back a quality receiver in return. So then the next question is, one, how good of an offensive play caller is Kyle Shanahan? He's going to lose a major weapon, a guy who I believe led the league in yards per catch last year at almost 18. And then on top of that, we're going to see also how good is Brock Purdy for real. Now, personally, I don't think that's a question we should be asking. Two NFC Championship game appearances and a Super Bowl appearance and almost won the damn thing. Right. But, you know, they're going to look for any opportunity to say that, well, Brock Purdy's not what we thought he is, but he's not going to get that $60 million a year deal. Yeah. L Boogie was good, my G. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Ravens better step in and shut that down. That's a game changer in the division. Power of a horror was good. I mean, what could the Ravens do? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. So, you know.
I mean, being honest, the Ravens defensively, they did take a blow this offseason. You know what I mean? Especially Patrick Queen, I think that's his name, that linebacker.
Yeah, he's going to Pittsburgh.
He's in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? So it's like you lost one of your best defenders, and he's now playing for the team that you guys need to keep out of there. But that end of season schedule is still gonna be tough for anybody. So you're just hoping that either one of them boys make it, you know, through that gauntlet. You know what I mean? So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun team to watch. I still got him finishing what I had finishing last. I had him finishing last, I want to say.
I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're still going to finish last because, like I said, you still got trouble at the quarterback. You guys, for a team who doesn't know who their quarterback is, I have you finishing last.
Well, you know this is what I got to say, though. And again, obviously, I'm a Raven fan, so in no way am I rooting for the Steelers. But with that said, Mike Tomlin has been able to have these guys competitive over the last 5 or 6 years with basically an end of his lifetime, an end of his career, Ben Roethlisberger, and then a myriad of bad quarterback play. Beyond that, he still had those guys make the playoffs. He had those guys at one season start the season 11-0. He's never finished under 500. He's done all this with terrible quarterback play. So now imagine you got two guys there who have a legitimate chance to be, the best quarterbacks he's had in years, along with you have you add an all-pro level weapon. I mean, that could be really dangerous. So,
Yeah, I mean, but what did Pittsburgh finish last year? Third?
Third in the division, yeah.
Okay, and why was Cincinnati last?
Joe Burrow got hurt.
So, I mean, them being last again is not a far-going conclusion because I mean,
I'm not saying that, but I give Mike Tomlin that much credit as a coach that he's that good, and they got a new offensive coordinator in Arthur Smith. So,
wow,
right? Remember?
He played. He coached the Titans.
He was the OC for the Titans, and he was the head coach of. He just got fired from
Atlanta. Was it Atlanta?
Atlanta, yeah. But the reason I give him his due as the OC of the Titans, this guy made Ryan Tannehill a Pro Bowler.
True.
Right. So there's some there's
sad facts, but it's reality.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so this was supposed to be a quick hit. This ended up turning into a slightly longer segment than I expected, but that's cool.
Don't start me about football. We can go all night.
All night. But let's go to our second quick hit topic, and that is Noah Lyles, the quote unquote fastest man in the world and the current defending 100-meter Olympic champion, came out for what's normally his event, the 200-meter. I don't think he had lost a race in the 200 meters in like 3 years, and he was looking to become the first doubles champion, right? 100-meter and 200-meter champion in the Olympics since Usain Bolt, and he was the odds-on favorite in the 200-meter. And today he ran that final, and surprise, surprise, he ends up getting smoked by Leslie Tebogo of Botswana. And that was the first time Botswana that's the first time an African nation, has ever won a gold medal in the 200 meters. So congrats, Leslie Tebogo.
Absolutely.
Gotta give that guy his due. He definitely got busy out there. And what got me was this. Afterwards, we heard it reported that Noah Lyles ran the race with a diagnosis of COVID. I'm gonna let you take that, and then I'll respond to you afterwards. Go ahead, man.
Honestly, man, I hope he gets well. I hope it's nothing too crazy, nothing too serious. We did see the man kind of collapse at the end of the race. He was down. I mean, the man got LeBron James off the field, meaning Kerry. or Paul Pierce, however you want to put it.
Hey,
but,
man, chill with the Paul Pierce, bro.
I mean, he had to go boo-boo. We know. I mean, he had to go boo-boo, man. That's all good.
Was that really necessary, Mr. Laker?
Oh, see, but I put LeBron first. I thought you would have been proud of that. You know what I mean? I put LeBron first. Did I not? I gave you a favor. I did you a solid right there. But all in all, man, I hope he's healthy, man. I hope because he still has to run a 4x1. You know, we still got that coming up, and he's supposed to be, I believe, the anchor leg for that one. So, you know, we hoping he does well. But this was the worst timing of mentioning that the boy got COVID. It was the worst time. And now, granted, we were seeing him with the mask on, and that was throwing me in question. I'm like, when they showed the previews, I've never seen him in a mask. I'm like, why is he wearing a mask? You know what I mean? So
I just thought because he's kind of a different kind of guy. I thought maybe he was just doing that maybe to attract some attention or, you know, for whatever reason. I didn't think it was a legitimate medical reason that he was wearing the mask.
But it turns out, I mean, that's what it was. I just, at that point, push the press first. So at least we know what we're expecting, not when he gets smoked. We don't want to hear that when he gets smoked. It comes off as an excuse. You're trying to run away from okay, this is the reason why you lost. You just didn't have it. You were gassed. So, I mean, yes, granted, I mean, COVID is a thing. I mean, we're going to verify if not there's medical records or there's doctors coming out like, yeah, he was diagnosed with COVID 2 days ago. Okay, cool. But tell us that 2 days ago. Don't tell us that the moment after the race.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I just feel like the timing just wasn't right. You know what I mean? Because now we're going as, well, that was the race he was whooping about. That's the race everybody had him going first. And now, he gets smoked. Oh, he got COVID. You know, by the way, he got COVID. Oh, come on, man.
He didn't look sick when they announced him, and he ran out the tunnel, jumping around and hopping around and laughing and all that, right?
First of all, I need somebody to check his vert. That boy, I think his vert is pretty crazy. That man can hop, man.
You know what though? In fairness, I think all them track stars could jump pretty high, man. I think all those guys really got bungees, man. So
man,
when you run that much and you train that much on being explosive in your lower body, and you know that being a track guy and being a trainer, you know that it's gonna create some type of different abilities, you know.
Man, it was a screenshot. My guy Mike Soto, man. Shout out Mike Soto, the U University, man, doing his thing out there. But he sent me a screenshot of when Noah Lyles did the hop before the meet. Every track runner was standing.
Yes.
His hamstrings was above
like the shoulders.
The shoulders. I'm like, yo, what is he doing?
You know, that's funny. I saw that before the 100, and I was like, yo, this dude he's getting up there.
Hey, that was crazy. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. The Body You, by the way, the Body You. My bad, Mike. If I butchered your name, I'm gonna tag it later. I love you, brother. I may have butchered the name, but you know what I'm shouting you out for. But that photo was crazy. That photo was crazy.
Oh man. All right. So real quick note. If you're here in the chat, appreciate all of you. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe if you haven't already on the YouTube page itself. Make sure we get these likes out. Helps YouTube hit the algorithm and push the show and the channel out to more people, so we can get more people in here and we can continue to grow the show. Oh man, that was great. That was great. Let's go ahead and do it, man. I'm gonna let you kick off with it. Go ahead, brother.
All right, man. Team USA played Serbia today. All right. I know everybody was panicking. We were down 12. We were then 17. Down 15. We were then down 17.
Yes, sir.
But then guess what? There was 3 guys that was on that floor that just knew.
That's true.
We turned it on.
That's true.
It's over.
That's true.
And we can name the 3 players. The old men. The
Tell
squad.
them who they were. Tell them
Kevin
who they were.
Durant.
Tell them who it is.
Steph and the Chef Curry.
Tell them who it is.
Slim Reaper. Let me correct. I'm sorry, KD.
There you go.
Slim Reaper.
Tell them who it is.
Chef the Chef Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Look, what do you call him? Look, Captain. Look,
Captain America.
Look, Captain America. LeBron James. They brought it home with a little bit of the process to bring him in. I promise you, I was in a group chat. My guys for life. We was in a group chat and we was talking about this. And I was like, yo, they need to put Embiid in the game. This is not the game for AD. Yes. AD struggles against Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic struggles against Embiid. You put Embiid in the game. The moment they put him in the game,
let him go to work.
Jokic was a non-factor. I'm not going to say a non-factor. That's a little bit of a stretch.
Right.
Jokic was not the factor that he was normally.
Mm-hmm.
He was not. And we showed that. You know, we finally showed that. The old guys got it done, man. The old heads got it done. They
did.
pedal to the metal. Steph Curry kept them in the game all throughout the game. You want to look at the closeout. LeBron James with a triple-double. You saw every bit of the triple-double was worth it. KD finally got off in the second half, knocking down big shots, timely shots in the mid-range, timely shot from the corner for the three that was called with a foul. I think AD got fouled at that point, so we got another bucket. It was veteran basketball looking at the moment, and they were like, look here, we're trying to get the gold medal. We're not about to go out like this. This is our last rodeo. Let's close this one out. And you saw the best of the best show up in that last quarter. You definitely saw the best of the best.
Yeah, and so I'm watching this game and I'm going crazy, and I'm already creating the thumbnail like I can't believe this. And I'm like, oh boy. I said, I think I texted it to you in the chat.
You did.
Man, I said, man, listen.
That boy had it on standby.
Man, if Team USA lose this game, I am going HAM. I'm going ham. It was going to be because, we get so many arguments, but we were just talking about the Dream Team versus Team 2024. And man, even if you go to the Redeem Team, man, Kobe and Mike would have never allowed this to happen. There's no way that this game should have been that close. There's no way at any point, as talented as Team USA is, that they should have been down by 17, right? Now, it's one thing if you say, okay, the game is close, the world is closing the gap. But at what point should Serbia be up by 17 points against Team USA? That is absurd. That is absurd.
And 50% from three will get it done.
It will get it done, but that first they shouldn't be getting all them open looks, right?
I mean,
they shouldn't be getting all them open
looks. It was a lot of gambling, but I thought we was in Vegas.
But see,
we was in Vegas the way we was gambling.
So this is what happens when you want to switch everything instead of really playing defense the way we were taught, right?
I agree. Go ahead.
Yes, if you just right. So when you get screened off, right?
Yes.
As the original defender, you fight through the screen. The help defender hedges and shows on the ball handler so that they're gonna hedge and they're gonna show on the ball handler until the original defender can get back to him, at which point the help defender goes back to theirs. And we saw this time and time again when you and I were younger, but all of a sudden we get to this business of wanting to switch everything. Switching everything on the screen is stupid because it allows guys to get into mismatches. If you don't switch, the opposing team cannot hunt the mismatch. I don't understand this premise of switching everything. I don't think it's smart basketball. I don't.
And it was what kept them in, like, after we went on that run, when Embiid got in the game, the mismatch that they kept exposing was the pick and roll. They kept switching Embiid, putting Embiid on a guard. Embiid wasn't even fighting the screen. I'm like, yo, stay on Jokic. That's your job.
Right.
Your job is to bother Jokic.
Because Jokic is just he's gonna go take advantage of that mismatch, or he's gonna roll right to the rim and catch that drop pass for a layup. Yeah,
it was just horrible deep. And granted, I'm like Steve Kerr, pass the board over to Spo, because at this point, man, Spo, throw up the defense and tell Embiid to guard Jokic. Your job is Jokic.
Because Jokic cannot, as good as Jokic is, he can't deal with Embiid, and we know this from the NBA. As good as Jokic is, that's his kryptonite, is trying to deal with Embiid. That's right. That's right,
man. That was the biggest mismatch of the game. The moment Embiid got in the game, I believe this was the middle of the third quarter or top of the third quarter. When I was like, yo, we have to get Embiid in this game. AD is not going to guard Jokic all the way. It's not going to happen. We've seen it in the last two playoff series with the Lakers versus Denver Nuggets. AD can't do nothing with Jokic. Sorry, that's just the way it is. But the problem is, Jokic cannot deal with true bigs. He cannot deal with true bigs. Dwight Howard back in the 2020 conference finals when we played. What was the problem? Dwight Howard was bothering him, so he can't get around him. These old whoop-de-doo just throwing the ball up at the rim, they don't fall. You know what I mean? Embiid gets in the game. Embiid instantly in the game, as soon as he checks in, and Jokic misses a shot, Embiid comes down, gets the bucket. Embiid versus a turnover. Comes back, pass, block. Embiid gets that dunk in the and one. It was instant. Jokic cannot guard a big. He doesn't like being bothered with bigs, true bigs in the game. So I think that was the biggest turn in the game. When Embiid got in there, I just didn't like how we kind of kept Serbia in the mix. Because they kept switching. And I'm like, Embiid, why are you switching? Don't switch, bro. Block that guard off and trail Jokic. If you got to trail Jokic, put your hand up. They're going to lob it to him. Jokic, I mean, Embiid, you're 7 foot.
Yeah.
Put your hand up.
Yes.
And the ball is not going to get to him, man. I was literally losing my voice. I'm surprised I'm able to do this podcast tonight because I was losing my voice screaming at the TV that was happening over and over and over.
No,
it was insane.
I'm totally with you.
But take it away, bro.
Yeah, let me interject here real quick. Edward Jackson, you had a question for me. You want to know how I felt about JT not playing? I didn't feel any kind of way. I'm watching this game, and it didn't even occur to me because I think Transformers said it earlier that he just doesn't appear to be a fit with this team for whatever reason. And that's fine if he doesn't play because I think that as skilled as he is and as talented as he is, he seems to wilt when he's around all these other alphas. Like there's something missing from him mentally. Now, that said, and I've said this too, I talked to my other guy, G, who's normally on here with us, and we were talking about this. And I told him, I said, I think that Tatum and Mr. Brown are both going to have a nasty, nasty season next year. One, because they're champions. They've kind of crossed over that bridge and realized now they know what it takes. Two, I think they both feel like they've been disrespected and snubbed, and they're going to need to show the world the type of basketball players they are. And I think they are both going to go off next season. But as for your question, how I felt about JT not playing, I didn't feel anything. I didn't even notice because I'm watching this game and I'm thinking, is the unthinkable about to happen? Is Serbia about to upset the mighty, mighty United States? And then I'm thinking, what type of content is that going to create for us if Serbia wins this game? Real talk. Now, can you
Chat, listen.
Tell him, bro.
Bruce had the thumbnail ready. He sent me the text the moment the buzzer was hitting 0. It said 0, 0, 0. He sent me a text. Hey, man, boy, I had this on standby. MJ and Kobe would never.
They wouldn't allow that. And real talk, I'm thinking, man, if Serbia wins this game, this is going to be incredible. Now, imagine you're listening to this show and we sitting here talking about all this. Imagine how different this would have sounded if Serbia had escaped with that win. Oh, boy, y'all have no idea what it would have been. And look,
Serbia came out to play a great game, guys, and USA did what they could.
Right.
That's all I got, guys. All right.
Right.
They were who we thought they were and walked out.
Right.
That's all I would have said.
And let me tell you, I would have been laughing. I would have been happy and I would have had fun with it. And I am a United States Army veteran saying this.
Horrible. Hey, somebody call his command. One of y'all in the chat. Y'all served with him. He was rooting for Serbia, guys. All right. He was rooting for Serbia. In the chat, journalist. Call his command.
Bro, I'm a journalist. I root for interesting.
No,
I root for interesting.
At the end of the day, no, I'm not going to do this, right? 16 years naval sailor, okay? We are not going to do this, sir. You served for the United States Army.
I did.
Like I don't know my fraternities real well, but that's like a Q going around pledging himself as an alpha. Like, man, the alpha should have won, man. I didn't like that Q that's on the game. No, we don't do that, sir. Your team is the USA. USA. You cheer for them.
Listen, I was rooting for a great story, man, and that would have made an incredible freaking story if Serbia had pulled off that win. I mean, think about it. Look at the story that it made, and they damn near and they lost. Look at the story that it made, and they lost. So imagine if they'd won, man. I think that would have been crazy. So yeah, I definitely was rooting for Serbia because I thought it would have been wild. And as a journalist, a lot of times you look for the wild story instead of just chalk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I definitely feel you. So yeah. But yeah, back to the game, man. Once I saw the U.S. kind of make that run, and I'm sitting here watching, and I'm like, the fix is in. Because I started seeing them getting some funny calls. Like what was the one call where KD hit that three and got knocked down? AD rolled into KD's legs and they called the foul on Jokic. That's why Jokic is looking like, what? And so that foul ended up leading to an extra possession on which I believe the United States knocked down a three. I don't know if it was Booker or Steph. It might have been Steph. The U.S. ends up knocking down another three, and we know about Big Mo. We talk about Big Mo momentum all the time, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not going to do this with you tonight. Okay?
Talk to me.
I'm not going to do this with you.
Talk to me.
The foul wasn't on for KD.
Uh-huh.
The foul was for AD.
Uh-huh.
Tried to run through AD to get to KD.
I didn't see it that way.
Did you not see the play with
I
AD got his hands up like, yo, and Jokic literally ran through AD to try to get to KD. AD just so happened to roll into KD. That's why they call it a team foul. It wasn't a shooting foul.
Mm-hmm.
It was a team foul.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Bruce.
You see that? You see that on the screen right there,
bro?
You see that on the screen right
there? The whole game.
That don't sound funny to you?
But was he not getting some ridiculous calls?
I didn't see it that way.
Literally, you heard Dwayne Wade say it, bro. All Jokic got to do is just throw his body repeatedly.
I did hear him say that. I did hear him say that.
He's getting the call. That's all Jokic doing. He's just literally backing up. Like,
well, I mean, but that's we've seen bigs back guys down forever, right?
We have, but throwing elbows and then you bitching about. I mean,
well, look, remember, I got
about the call.
No, well, remember the one where he tried to drop step on Embiid, but he got called for hooking him. Like, that was fair, that was a fair call.
He does that all game because he got a call for him hooking AD, and AD was like, "Yo, he has my arm. That's the James Harden trick that he learned. He has my arm.
That is the James Harden trick.
If he's driving to the basket, he hits a spin. When he literally spins, hooks my arm, and he has the other ball in his hand. Can't do nothing about that. You know what I mean? So."
No, that's definitely the Harden trick. I'm not mad at that. But yeah, I saw some fishy stuff. Then, of course, we saw LeBron do his best Barry Sanders impression during the game. Literally had the ball up on his bicep.
You got the clip? Tell me you got the clip.
I didn't cut the clip, man. I didn't cut the clip. I didn't cut the clip, man.
Chat.
I didn't.
He has an agenda.
You know exactly the play I'm talking. I don't have an agenda.
No, I know exactly. You talking about the play where he had the ball in his left hand?
Yeah, that's
coming down on the fast break. Yep. He got bumped the first time that's when he threw the ball down. Right? You're trying to call it traveled in, and then he got fouled again. That's when they finally blew the whistle on the second guy.
I'm talking about when he grabbed it and took a few steps with it and then started dribbling again. I'm like, what the hell? What's he doing? Yeah, that's
on that same play?
Huh?
That was
the same play. Yeah, at one point, LeBron literally had the ball in his arm. The ball was on his bicep, took 3 or 4 steps, then started dribbling again. No call. And I think he got an and one on it too. I'm like, the fix is in.
That's a different play because this foul was called before he even took the shot out.
Okay, so no.
Yeah, this is probably a different call.
So, and I think me and G was watching the game, and I was like, G, you see that? Yeah, man, crazy, man. So I'm like, come on, man.
Chad? You know what, though? Listen, hold on. James plays for the USA.
Can I say this?
He's literally looking for LeBron to mess up.
No. Can I say this? Real talk. That was some BS, that particular call. But I gotta say, man, this a high shooting percentage triple double. When they needed it most, that was a heck of a freaking game by LeBron. I'm not going to front. 50% from three. Was it 66% from the field?
Get my marker. Where's my marker?
12 rebounds, 10 assists, only 2 turnovers, 16 points.
God. My God.
And some key baskets down the stretch.
Oh my God. Hold on, guys.
What, man?
Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God. Wait a minute. That's 2 times in a set. Guys.
Transform.
Oh my God.
Transform. I'm a journalist, bro. I'm a journalist. And you know what's the hallmark of journalism?
Somebody go play the lotto.
Objectivity, brother. Oh, man, you gonna stop this. You gonna stop this.
I'm proud of you.
Man, I give respect where it's due,
Bruce, bring it in.
You go
bring
stop
it in.
Man, we not doing those cyber hugs out here, man.
Bring it in. I mean, chat, he got it. He doing it. Lord.
Oh man, no, but now, I tell you what though. Also, from a television standpoint, an entertainment standpoint,
Yeah.
that really was a tremendous game to watch today.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
as much as I was looking for, like I said, looking for the upset because it makes a better story,
Yeah.
I also, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, at some point, the athleticism and the ability to defend at a high level, force turnovers, and make shots tough is going to come into the fore for the United States. And then we saw it because like when they made the run, they started scoring again. Then you saw how the defense really changed, right? You saw Kevin Durant in the crouch. You even saw Steph Curry picking up 3/4 court. Like when was the last time you saw that? You know what I'm saying? He's never going to be Gary Payton,
No.
but guess what? We saw the effort level change.
Yeah.
And speaking of that,
I think that's when Spo kicked in. Spo was
yeah,
like, hey,
yeah,
y'all know what to do.
y'all better
Go out there and
defend.
do it.
Yeah, Bam,
Go
you
out
better
there.
tell him. Right. And to that point, also, I was kind of curious about the fact that throughout this tournament thus far, we hadn't really seen Steph get off, which I really thought was weird, especially given the fact that his head coach is the coach of this team. So I thought they would be running an offense that would kind of be Steph friendly, right? Not necessarily having everything based around Steph, but Steph friendly. Steph knowing what Steve Kerr likes to do. But guess what? It occurred to me, and now this, you might take one of my points away. LeBron has to play a certain way. When LeBron gets the ball, he has to play the LeBron offense, the LeBron offense, right? He has to play that way. So that takes away from what everyone else can do in terms of what their specialties are. Now, Kevin Durant is so good offensively that you can drop him in anything.
Any spot.
And for the most part, he's going to be able to get off and get his, right? And so that's why you see him generally not affected by whatever offense is being run wherever he is. But Steph has been struggling, but then you saw him finally go off today. And that, I think, is kind of what people were talking about when we were discussing the Dream Team versus 2024 in terms of when you have great shooters, you can only keep them down for but so long, right? And so eventually you knew Steph had to explode, and he had the big game probably when his team needed it most. He finishes with 36. What is that? What was his? He hit what, 7 threes tonight?
I think it was 7 or 8. I think it was.
No, he hit 9 threes. 9 out of 14. 9 3.
Christ.
And he hit some big ones too, and so
14 stats.
Yeah. So respect due for Steph Curry coming.
Hey, move the bar at the bottom of the screen. I want to see Serbia's total.
Okay.
I want to say they shot like 49. It dropped because of the fourth quarter. Yeah. They were shooting 50% before that.
They were raining. They were raining it.
But when that defense came in, Bogdanovich couldn't hit nothing else.
Right. I think he hit one towards the end, but they did a really good job slowing that down. Like I said, once they started scoring again, man. Yes, Nino, I did see Bron take Jokic in the fourth, but let's not act like LeBron was locking him up. Stop it.
I want to agree with you, Nino, but
I don't know why
wasn't locking him up. They just didn't they didn't swing the ball his way when it became a mismatch. And that's when I was more upset on Embiid not taking those switches, because it's like, bro, you're in the game to guard Jokic. You're not in the game to be able to switch.
Right.
No, bro. Block off that screen. Chase I almost said chase Embiid down. Chase Jokic down, hands up, because Jokic with that funny style type of play. He's gonna get it, do some little loop the loop or whatever.
Right.
Block that. That's where you want Embiid at, man. Because it was plenty of times where I'm looking at Serbia, I'm like, Jokic got the mismatch. Just pass him the ball. What are y'all doing? Why is Bogdanovich at the 3-point line dribbling? Jokic, he got Devin Booker on him in the post. Jokic gonna kill that kid, man.
I gotta say something else I was thinking about that I really don't like. That's kind of disturbing to me is Embiid. Even though he has the ability to hit the three, I think so often he bails out opposing defenses by settling for threes or long jump shots. But
he does do that at a nice clip, though.
Yeah. But I think Embiid could have probably fouled Jokic out today if he'd have made a concerted effort to go to the block and attack him and make him defend.
I'm done. Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I say it all the time. There's no reason.
Christ.
Yeah.
I know he had 4 fouls at the 9-minute mark in the fourth quarter, 8-minute mark in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So you mean tell me now at one of those times we said A and B, hey, get on the block, bro.
Get on the
on the block.
Get on the
Get
block and go to work. Get on that block. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. I would have been so frustrated.
I got texts from my guy Riley, multiple guys who was texting me. They was like, "Don't Jokic got 4 fouls?" I'm like, "Yeah, he does." They just give the ball to Embiid in the post. And now, granted, Embiid was knocking these down, and I was proud of him. He was taking that 15-footer and he was wetting it every time. But granted, I'm like, if you put Jokic out of the game at the 7-minute mark, we're blowing him out by 10.
Yeah.
We're beating them by 10 because at that point, you lost your anchor man. You know what I mean? So it was a lot to be pissed off about, but granted, it made it that much more exciting when we finally got
that much more exciting.
It made it much more exciting. Yeah.
All right. So US escapes narrowly with the victory. Was it 95-91? Yeah. And that was tough. That was tough. So United States now, obviously, they make it to the final with hopes for gold still intact, and they will take on France. And I think they beat France, but I think they're
gonna blow those guys out.
I don't think they're gonna blow them out. France has a big front line, and I think that could give a little bit of problems. But now you might think it's gonna become
what USA just went through. They're like, hey man, look,
wake up call. We can't.
I'm not playing no more games. And you got Bron, Steph, and KD that's in that locker room. Like, yo, y'all know this is it, right? Y'all know our legacy is on the line, right?
Yeah.
If y'all fuck up, y'all mess up, you're on the bench.
Yeah. You know,
you're going.
LeBron in the locker room, like, man, somebody sent me something called the Format Podcast, man. Talk about Mike and Kobe would never. Man, we need to go ahead and finish this job. I can't have this dude out here talking.
I can't have Bruce out here talking that cash transform. I know you're finna talk good about me, but dang, I gotta give you some ammunition, brother.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, LBJ. Love you.
Hey, remember that huddle that he had at the end of the game after they won when he was talking to everybody, pulled them all in. That's what he was telling them. Like, hey, man, listen, we got to finish this job. I can't have the Format Podcast talk about me. I'm sick of it. Yeah, that's what he was telling them, bro. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Bron does that at the end of every game, but I know at the end of this game, he was like, man, y'all know that bullshit we just went through?
Right.
Hey, we ain't doing that again.
Right.
Like, I'm not doing that again.
LeBron out here like, I'm too old for this, man.
I'm too old for this, bro. Hey, what's buddy name off Lethal Weapon?
Oh, man.
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Like, nah, bro, I'm getting too old for this, man.
Right.
We got to go ahead and put these boys out early, man.
That's it.
In the fourth quarter, bro.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, man, that was a great exhibition. I'm not saying exhibition. That was a great game
I know what you mean.
Watching the greatest that we've seen over the last 15 years. Literally say, F that. We're the best. We're about to show you why.
We got to show it. Yeah.
We're going to show you why. AE didn't even get back on the floor.
That's right.
Anthony Edwards didn't get back on the floor. Anthony Davis didn't get back on the floor. They knew Kevin Durant.
We got to finish
Steph
it out
Curry,
with the legends.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
Them boys alone got 8 titles amongst each other. We're winning this game.
That's right.
We are winning this game. And I think that was the
10
most
titles.
proudest moment.
10.
Huh?
10 titles.
10? I mean, I'm merging KD.
KD got 2.
Yeah, I'm merging KD's with Steph.
I got you. I got
8, but you know what I mean? So I'm with 10 titles.
Yeah.
10 titles we got on this roster. Win the game.
Right.
Close it out.
Right.
Do what you guys do best. If I can have a fly on my wall with a camera, you will hear me yelling, KD, Bron, Steph, do what y'all do that made y'all great. Close this out.
Facts.
And we've seen y'all do it time and time again. Not so much Steph. I'll say that. But KD, we've seen you close it out. Bron, we've seen you close it out. Steph Curry, we've seen you hit bomb after bomb when it matters the most.
That's right.
Just do it now. Because Serbia is waiting right there in the trenches. And you remember Bogdanovic was doing this to Melo.
Yeah, that's right.
No more than that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That fourth quarter. Hey.
That's right.
He didn't
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Hey, I know Melo was. I wish they could put the camera on Melo to see the end of the game. Because I know Melo was talking cash. I know Melo was talking cash.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah, he was talking dirty to him. No doubt.
Without question.
Yeah. Nah, that was a fantastic game, man. I know that NBC loved it for the ratings. I know that,
absolutely.
Yeah, I know that France loved it for hosting that in the Olympics. It was fantastic. Definitely was fantastic. All right,
I do got a question for you.
What you got?
When they go on commercial,
yeah,
and you hear the song, the theme music, did that give
yeah,
you nostalgia?
of course, because
Okay.
yeah, but you know what's weird though, because I've heard it on Fox Sports, and I thought that Fox had bought it from NBC. I guess nobody owns it right now because I've heard different people using it, but now NBC got to go ahead and lock it back down because this is going to be beautiful.
Man, I went mentally. I went back in time.
Back in time.
I honestly went back in time when I heard the theme music. I'm like, oh boy, I'm kicking my feet like a little kid, like a midget on the couch.
Man, oh my gosh, I loved it so much back then.
It was so much nostalgia, man.
Yeah, and I especially loved it like during the playoffs, man, and Bob Costas coming with his little story as his intro for the playoff game.
Yes.
Especially like when it was like the Bulls and the Pacers or the Bulls and the Knicks. Oh my gosh, man.
You're showing your age, but I get you.
I know. But that's my era though. You know what I'm saying? That's my era. You know?
Yeah.
And so I love that so much. It just definitely touched my heart, man. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. Bro. All right. But let's go ahead now, man. And since we broke down this game and all that, let's go ahead and open up the phone lines. Definitely like to hear some of you guys' thoughts on this game and Team USA, and about what LeBron showed us tonight, because he did have an incredible game. That said, triple-double. That said, Mike and Kobe would have never allowed themselves to be down by 17.
Mike and Kobe never played an MVP on the other side, though.
Yeah, whatever. All right, let me take this call. What's going on? You call the Format Podcast. Edward, what's up, my brother?
Bruce, the Transformer. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's going on, Eddie? I love you, bro.
Man, we having a good time out here tonight, talking some hoops, man.
Hey, I'm over here with sweating bullets when I was watching the game today. So,
I hear you.
Man, but my question for you, Bruce, when
yes,
you
sir.
said you wasn't worried about JT not being on the court.
Yeah.
To me, it was like, you think that he's not ready for this type of moment yet, for him not to be out there. I mean, because he's a champion, he's a NBA, I mean, like, look, I ain't like that. I mean, I really didn't
honestly
like that at all.
And you'll think this is crazy coming from a Celtics fan.
Yeah.
It didn't even occur to me. I swear, I didn't even think about. All I'm thinking about watching this freaking game is, can Serbia pull this thing off? And I wasn't BSing when I told y'all how much content is that going to give our show.
His command right now. Call them.
Transformer, I swear. All I'm thinking, and you can ask G, because me and G was watching the game. And
Did
I'm
G
like,
serve? I don't think G served.
No, G served. G's Army. Me and G went to AIT together. That's how we met.
I'm about to text him right now.
Yeah,
I'm calling y'all's command.
Me and G was battle buddies for like the first 9 months, man. We went through it from the beginning all the way through AIT. That's how we got tight. Yeah.
No,
that's my brother.
Not doing it.
I mean, because I'm like, okay, the 20, I think it was the last one. I mean, he was on the floor when they played. I forgot who they played last. He was out there, him and KD.
Was it Germany?
And I'm like, I think it wasn't.
Germany. No, Germany got beat by France. I can't remember who it was, but go ahead. Sorry.
What we talking about?
Yeah, but because he had that experience, and I was like, wow, doing this to him again. I'm like, what's going on for him not to be there? And then Anthony Edwards was really showing his age. He's 20 years old. He's not really focused about that. I mean,
he's not quite there yet.
He have his moments where he's not going to be involved like
right.
that. This was a veterans closeout game.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is, when you're that coach, right, and when you're Steve Kerr, you count on your all-timers to bring you home in a game like that. You don't play around with it. So, like Transformer said a little while ago, you have a team with Kevin Durant, and you have a team with LeBron James, and you have a team with Steph Curry.
Yes.
These are the guys you know. Think about it. He knows Kevin Durant and Steph Curry very well, right? These guys got him 2 championships. Obviously, Steph got him 4, and with KD, they got 2 there. So he knows what these guys are capable of. He has gone against LeBron on the big stage in many situations. So he's saying, I'm going to go with what I know, and I'm going to let these guys bring it home. Now, JT, okay, Jason Tatum is a champion, but again, I don't think, to Transformer's point, that he's a very good fit for this team. And secondly, it's, this wasn't the time to have him out there with literally the United States Olympic future in this basketball tournament in the balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
But D Book was out there. I mean, you gonna put D Book instead of JT? I mean, like, who you really taking?
But you're looking at the positioning that he's playing, though.
That's right.
Where JT's playing the 3 and the 4.
Right. Yeah, if you take him out, you're gonna take out Kevin Durant. You're gonna take out LeBron. You're not doing that.
You can't do that.
No, you're not doing that.
Right.
No, because I'm looking at D Book. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like D Book, but I'm thinking about JT. I mean, of course, he's a champion. He's been on this stage before. He won the Olympics, right there on side with KD and Zach and Dame and Draymond. So that's why I was kind of
he didn't play.
I forgot about that. That's right.
He didn't really play, but go ahead.
Yeah. I just maybe Steve Kerr doesn't trust him in those high leverage moments, and that's fine. Like I said, I truly believe that that JT and Mr. Brown are going to freaking go off next season, because I think they're going to both feel disrespected and snubbed. But as of right now, you go with who's going to bring you home. Go ahead, Transformer.
No, I think if you look at, let's look at the finals, right? Let's look at the NBA finals, right? What did Jason Tatum really do best, right? Rebounding, assists. He did like the other things, and then he added some scoring whenever he got the opportunity to. Who do we have right now that's on the floor?
He did lead in everything for the Celtics, though.
He did. Now, granted, he did. But hear me out real quick. Hear me out. When it came to getting a bucket, you wasn't really relying on Jason Tatum.
No, you was looking at Mr. Brown to get it.
You was looking at Mr. Brown to get it. So at the same time, JT was like, okay, I can score, but I can also assist, and I can also rebound. Why does that sound so familiar with somebody in the starting lineup? LeBron James.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can score. LeBron can score. He can assist, rebound. So I'm already in that system to where Jason, like, if you look at when Jason Tatum's on the floor, he's like, I mean, what am I here to do? What do you guys want me to do? So I don't think the format is not predicated for him to play with that team. If you were to take LeBron off that team, I think you would see more Jason Tatum, because he fits more of that role. I can assist, I can rebound, I can do some of the dirty things that you really not going to see on the highlight reel, but I can also give you points. That's what LeBron is already doing. So when Jason Tatum gets in a game, he's like, I mean, Braun is already doing what I normally do. You know what I mean? If my shot isn't on, well, guess what? I'm going to go out here and I'm going to defend. I'm going to get some pounds. I'm going to get some assists. LeBron got a triple-double tonight.
So where is the room for Jason Tatum to come out there and do something?
There's room for me to come out there and do anything. So I think that's the biggest key on why Steve Kerr was just like, JT, hey,
I don't need you tonight.
We need Braun is on. Let's let him cook.
It was okay, but what if it was up like 26 or something like that? Would he have those minutes, or you think he's probably waiting?
Who was up 26?
France, USA.
No, if we were
smoking,
he would have got some minutes. Yeah,
you put in Halliburton, you put in everybody at that point, because at that point you're just trying to see what works.
Right. So real quick, last name has a real good question here. Does this performance by Joker prove he's the best player in the world? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And the reason why is it wasn't Joker getting busy that had Serbia up by 18, 17.
Bogdanovic.
It was the crazy shooting that they were doing. They were crazy hot.
It was Bogdanovic.
Yes,
I really agree
definitely. And secondly, you can't be the best player in the world when Embiid eats your lunch every time you see him. You just can't.
I'm talking.
There was no player that was doing that to Mike or Kobe when they were the best players in the world.
Now, no, we all been in high school before, right? We all been in high school before, but you always seen that one cafeteria fight. Now, I'm not sure where you grew up at, right? But if you grew up in a rural area, we're just going to say that, urban perhaps, you seen that one point in time in the lunch line where you just see this one dude just get checked. He was like, bro, I'm going to get your lunch. That's Embiid when it comes to Jokic.
Yeah.
That's Embiid.
Yeah.
And that's literally what he did. So we can't say Jokic is like the best player in the world like that. When Embiid literally came in, if you go and you watch all 4 quarters, Jokic was getting whatever he wanted to until Embiid got on that court. And when Embiid got on that court, Jokic had a problem. He couldn't score. He couldn't really get his post move. He couldn't do anything because Embiid was right there the whole time.
You know what's crazy too? I think Embiid knows that Jokic knows that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like
we all know that.
I think he knows that. Yeah, go ahead, Edward. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
No, y'all good. Y'all good. I love what I'm hearing. So what about now when y'all said that JC and JB, would this motivate them in the season? So what about Jokic? Would this motivate him? Be like, oh, okay.
I mean, but what
not
more
much to motivate when
you
have
he's a champion and he's
multiple
a three-time MVP, right? Like,
go ahead, you got it. You're saying
my bad. Yeah.
Okay,
so we're on the same page. Yeah, what more motivation does he need other than he wants to win some more? I don't think that's the difference. Like, nobody disrespect him.
Okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully, we JT was playing France today because I'm watching the game Saturday 3:30. So I was sweating bullets today. I was feeling like Pinky on Friday when he was in the shop and he said, "Hey, I have my own," and everything like that, man. Because I'm telling you, that made me, because KD did not start in the first half when we was down. I'm like, Steve Kerr, what is going on? What is really going on?
Yeah. You know what?
It was a huge problem. What did he say?
I don't know. I think he. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, like I said, I was wondering what was going on. Why Steve Kerr not putting KD in here? I mean, like, I didn't get it.
But the thing about it, KD was in the game. He just wasn't getting his shot. I mean, like he wasn't making his shot. And I think when the fourth quarter hit, the lights. When you know what they say when when the lights get brighter, that's when the players truly shine and show who they are. And KD, when them lights turned bright, it was like, this is my time.
I know a guy like that.
Again.
I know a guy like that.
Oh, come on, Bruce. Come on, man. We not. Come on, man.
Well, actually,
who was it?
I was referring to the gentleman that's in heaven with his daughter right now, running the courts up there with Wilt and the rest of those guys. That's who I was referring to. When the lights get bright,
Yeah, because I hate I missed the last topic. I was talking about the Dish 24. I was more thinking about the Redeem team going against the 92.
Okay.
That
would have been an interesting match.
That was what, 08? That's 2008.
Yeah,
right?
08. Because you always have
Kobe.
You always have the Kobe versus Mike dynamic, but that's something we could talk about another time. That might be.
We should have that topic.
I think we're gonna need to.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Chat, let us know. Y'all vote. Y'all vote in the comments, man. Y'all want to have a Kobe Jordan topic?
Yeah, as in Redeem Team versus Dream Team, or it can just be Kobe Jordan. Either way. Nino, this is a great point. The attention Jokic was getting was the reason shooters could get off. Edward, man, you got anything else for us, brother?
Man, no, man. I'm gonna keep listening, man. Y'all have a good one. I love what I'm hearing. I love you. Y'all have a blessed one, all right?
Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate the call, man. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Nino, that's a great point, man. I didn't even look at it that way. Yeah, Jokic does clearly draw a lot of attention, but I think the reason the shooters were getting off is because if you watched, there were possessions where they was doing 2-3 ball screens in succession before the shooter could get a shot off. So they were doing everything they could do to free these guys up, and they executed properly because the physical talent is not there.
It was a lot of gambling. I mean, if you look at a lot of the plays, a lot of their big threes came off of gambles. Like we're trying to steal the ball from Jokic when he gets it off the passing lane,
and then,
it didn't work out for us. And I think when the fourth quarter hit, we finally said, okay, play these guys straight up.
That's enough.
Straight up.
To your point, I think that's when I think that's when Spo said, okay, look, Bam, you better tell them what it is out here. We play D in Miami, So I totally get it. Yeah, pause. Ooh, big pause. All right, y'all. So we are gonna leave it right there. Man, we did over 2 hours on 2 topics, bro. That's crazy.
But they were entertaining.
They were really good topics. Absolutely, man. So obviously we talked about Draymond.
AJ, call in, man. Call in. We want to hear your takes about Spo. And I know you've been blowing up the chat, blowing up my texts for sure. Talking about Spo, man. Call in and give us your take on Spo's defensive scheme,
if you want to do that, we'll take a call from AJ if he wants to do that before we get out of here. Definitely would love to hear from
man.
You
got 2 minutes to make it happen.
Yeah,
I know he a Miami Heat fan. He was yelling in my inbox like, "Yo, Spo need to be head coach right now because Steve Kerr's not getting it done.
Yeah,
We need the defense.
He
But he was right, man. He was right to a point to where, like I said, we were shooting too many gaps. We were gambling way too much. And I think once we finally settled down and we let the greats be like do what they do that made them great.
Yeah.
It like Serbia couldn't do nothing with it. They like,
I think
now these boys is really locked in.
Yeah.
We ain't got the firepower to battle these guys.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best points you made, Transformers. Basically, that Steve Kerr trusted his legends to bring it home when they needed to, and they did that.
No, absolutely. It was definitely a show. Definitely a show. AJ, man, we waiting on you, brother.
Yeah, waiting on you.
You got 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah. It was a heck of a game, and just I think great day in the Olympics overall today, man. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone smoked Femke Bol.
Yes,
and man,
about 30 meters.
Set her 6th world record in the event in the last 3 years, which is absolutely absurd. Took home gold, so just 100% dominant in the women's 400-meter hurdles.
I mean, let's close it out like that. Let's talk about the golds we won tonight.
Man, I tell you what,
that 400-meter hurdles. You saw my boy Holloway.
No, I didn't. I thought he ran the 110.
Was it the 110?
Yeah, he ran the 110, and he blew that away too. Yeah, he killed
whatever he ran. It was non-compete. It wasn't even worth it. My man was smoking.
Yeah,
the way he cleared that last hurdle, you just knew like
gone.
He's going, man.
Yeah.
He's going, man.
But real talk, back to that women's 400-meter hurdles, man. I know I'm harping on it, but I was so looking forward to that matchup. I think Sydney McLaughlin and Femke Bol had like the top 4 times ever. And I think Femke Bol had one of the top 2 times this year. And so she hadn't lost the 400-meter hurdles race since 2019, I think. And so, she was really on pace, and Sydney McLaughlin is setting all these world records. So I'm like, okay, we really gonna have a showdown here.
That 300 bend, 300 bend, Sydney took over. It was like, yo, what? How are you like? Okay, all my track runners out there, y'all know it's the difference between a straightaway and that bend.
And that curve,
that bend is tough, right? I ran the 800-meter relay, the 4x8. I ran the 800 as a 5'6", bro. My coach was tripping, but I had the long jump, the 4x8, and the 800.
Okay,
that bend, that's a tough bend. I'm coming at an 800-meter pace. At a 400-meter pace, you're halfway sprinting. You're trying to get around that at the same time. You got to clear the hurdle. That in itself is tough. When Sydney came across that bend, it was over.
And I'm like, how is she continuing to open up that gap? I'm watching and I'm like, oh my God. And I'll tell you what was crazy, where I kind of thought Femke Bol had a chance, because I watched her when the Netherlands upset the United States in the 4x4 mixed relay.
Yeah.
And that's coming off of the United States in the previous round in the semifinals, setting the world record on that thing. And I saw Femke Bol run down the United States off a big lead on that 400 flat. And I'm like, oh boy, okay, she's real deal. And I didn't think she was going to beat McLaughlin-Levrone, but I thought it was going to be
closer,
more competitive than that.
Like it was a match.
Yeah, that just show you in that event, man, Sydney's the GOAT in that event, man.
Like Sydney literally put a gap to where you had time to go get a cheese sandwich, come back.
Facts.
And then everybody else finishing the race.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Sydney is running the 400 flat, because I know Femke Bol is. And so that would be awesome if she's running the 400 flat.
I think, are they already done with the 4?
No, the women's 400 flat? Nah, it can't be.
I thought they were. I'm thinking of the 200. That was Gabby Thomas. Never mind.
Oh, that Gabby Thomas.
Gabby.
I didn't expect her to smoke. No, I didn't expect her to smoke Julian Alfred like that either. That was impressive. Yeah.
Smoked him.
I said, okay, Harvard, all right.
Harvard out there showing out this year. I think they got 2 gold medals.
Showing out. Yup.
I want to say Harvard alone got 2 gold medals out of they classmen. Alumni. There you go. I said it wrong day.
Yeah, no, I was alumni. Yeah, I was very impressed. Let's see. Women's 400-meter. When is this? And then we'll get up out of here. Trying to find it. What's today? Today's
the 8th.
Today's the 8th. So I guess it started already. Tomorrow is the women's 400-meter final.
Okay, did she qualify for that?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
That's what I thought. I'm like, I know they ran the 400 already.
Okay, I didn't realize they did. Damn, how did I miss that?
Because they running them simultaneously with the hurdle team.
Why would they do that? Women's
because hurdles is different. The hurdles is different.
Yeah,
it's different between running a straight line around a whole lap versus now you got to clear hurdles.
Yeah,
that's different, man. That's different. That's tough. Spo would have had this team locked in defensively from start, and because of who these guys are, the offense would have found itself. I mean, I can see that. I like that take, AJ. I mean, it's something that you said in the chat already for life. That we need to start our own podcast, man. Tell him, Bruce. Tell him, Bruce, get on it.
Hey,
get on it, man.
Hey, dude, hey, look.
Matter of fact, hop on here. You want to get your feet warm? You want to get your feet wet? Pause. I'm gonna be a guest, man. We take all takes, man.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it.
The Format Podcast, man. We lit.
Format Podcast. All right, I can't even find who's competing in that. I'm gonna have to look that up, and we'll
go on the. Are you on the Olympics website?
They'll
show you who's on there.
Let's see. Olympics.
Because it's all about who qualified at that point.
8 participants. Women's 400-meter finals. I'm looking for it now.
Let me help you out.
Yeah, see if you can help me find that. I'm looking for it.
The women's 400. The women's 400, right?
Yeah, 400 meters women. Okay. So neither of them are running in that. So Sada Williams, Henriette Yeager, Rashida Adelike. Oh, okay. Amber Anning.
No, she's definitely not in it. We got
that's who's gonna win. Shorty from DR. She's gonna win. She's a beast in that event.
Yeah.
Barring any upsets, I think she's gonna win.
Yeah, right now we projected this last.
Got some. Yeah. Well, I mean,
but that's why you run Alexis event, Holmes. Right?
Yeah. But that's why you run it.
That's why you run it. Line them up. We all thought Noah Lyles was gonna kill it.
That's right. We sure did. Sure did. But yo, let's let everybody get out of here, man. It's getting late. Plus, unfortunately, I gotta go to work. I shouldn't say unfortunately. I'm blessed to have a job. So I do have to go to work tomorrow. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's call it a night here. Tomorrow's Friday, and we'll be back with y'all on Saturday, man. And also, I should be on Man Down Sports Full Panel Fridays tomorrow night at 7:30.
Oh, you will. Shout out Man Down Sports, man.
Yeah. I should be filling in on that tomorrow. So look out for me there. If you're a fan,
if they need a sub, I'm welcome. But no,
no doubt. All right, y'all. But I appreciate it. Make sure, again, if you haven't already, please go ahead, click that like and subscribe before you get up out of here. Make sure you're sharing the show. If you enjoy the content, man, it really helps us out more than you know. We really appreciate that. And we're going to leave it right here. Transformer, thank you so much for joining me tonight, man. Great show. Yeah. And, I guess that's it.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, mate. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Like I said, man, this means a lot to us, man. It means a lot to us, man. If you guys think this was an entertaining show, it gets better from there. You know what I mean? Share it to your people. Share it to your feed, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever it is, man. It goes a long way, man. It's all free. When I ask you guys to pay for anything, but it's a free thing to do. You know what I mean? We love it. We appreciate everything you guys do, man.
But if you want to show love in Super Chat or Cash App, we appreciate that too. All that helps.
Absolutely.
That helps buy equipment. That helps, pay for the phone lines, the internet, all that stuff. So what if you want to help, we appreciate that as well. So
see, y'all already made my voice better. Y'all got me a better mic.
There we go.
Got me a better mic. So now I'm here all the time.
That's it. All right, y'all. Well, listen, we're gonna get out of here and we'll be back with you. And we're out. Peace.